All right, next, let's queer up politics. Trump picked Vance as running mate. Sparks LGBTQ plus advocates and Biden-Harris backlash. Former President Donald Trump's selection of Republican Senator J.D. Vance of Ohio as his 2024 running mate has ignited a firestorm of criticism and concern among LGBTQ advocates and the Biden-Harris campaign. Jan O'Malley Dillon, chair of the Biden-Harris campaign 2024, condemned Vance for his alignment with Trump's divisive agenda, accusing him of enabling extremism and endangering American democracy. She said, and I quote, "Vance will do what Mike Pence wouldn't on January 6th, bend over backwards to enable Trump and his extreme MAGA agenda, even if it means breaking the law and no matter the harm to the American people," end quote. Human Rights Campaign President Kelley Robinson echoes these sentiments, labeling Vance as a MAGA clone. Robinson said, and I quote, "Donald Trump has been a bully for years, and his pick of MAGA clone J.D. Vance is a reminder that nothing has changed. This is anything but a unity ticket," end quote. Vance's legislative record reflects his staunch opposition to LGBTQ rights and reproductive freedoms. His, quote, "Protect Children's Innocence Act," end quote, aims to criminalize gender-affirming care for minors. He has opposed marriage equality and advocated for censoring LGBTQ plus discussion in classrooms under the guise of parents' rights. In contrast, the Biden-Harris administration has been praised for advancing LGBTQ equality, including federal protections for same-sex marriages and healthcare rights. Well, first of all, I think O'Malley said, I think Dillon said perfectly. Mike Pence, well, when it comes down to it, the man has a spine. Right. As weak as were. Right. The spine existed. Right. Meanwhile, I bet that if January 6th happened with J.D. Vance in the vice president's chair, he would have changed all the votes to Trump. He would declare Trump, re-elected, and all norms of democracy will go out the window. This is unprecedented times. Yeah. We have a wannabe dictator who is trying to use the democratic process to get back into office just so that he can destroy democracy. Right. This is, and I do not want to make this too much of a hyperbole, this is Hitler. Yeah. Hitler used it, you have to remember that Hitler was elected and then appointed by the president of Germany to head up Germany. And then he claimed the supreme, it was a coup that developed from the inside. It wasn't something that you stormed the parliaments and then held everyone hostage and declare yourself emperor. No, this is not that. This is just erosion of democratic norms a little by little until people forgot what those norms look like.
But imagine if Trump passed away, if he was reelected, he passed away in office, and then Vance becomes so there's no two ways about it. Vance is far more dangerous than Mary Pence could ever be. And the reason I'm pronouncing it Vance is because Vance is Yiddish for bedbug. 2 years ago, the brilliant queer Southern writer Silas House wrote about Vance's book, Hillbilly Elegy, and had this to say, quote, "It's a dangerous book because it's a treatise in disguise," end quote. House went on to say that while he doesn't negate this family story in the book, he thinks, quote, "If it had just been a memoir, it would be a powerful piece of writing and it would be his own proof. But the problem is it is woven throughout with dog whistles about class and race and gender. And if your ears are attuned to those dog whistles, you know exactly what he's saying. If you're not, then it can read like a heartwarming rags to riches story. And everything that we've learned since the book came out sort of proves that it was just laying the groundwork for his political career."
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I just want to add that, J.D. Vance is not a unity ticket. Unity ticket would be taking someone with a moderate position and pair it with his extremist radicalism. Mm-hmm. Now, this is more of the unity tickets that Trump was thinking of. It's just to unite the far right with the further right. This is nothing to do with any other person or any other party or any other faction, even inside the Republican Party. He's not inviting Liz Cheney.
It's a Heritage Foundation wet dream. Is what it is.
Yeah, no, it is. It is Project 2025 manifest.